7.3, mortgages and amortization. So usually we would look up these definitions in the textbook, so let's just go over them. What is a mortgage? So a mortgage is a loan that uses a house as collateral. So it's just a special type of loan, okay? Fixed rate mortgage. So when we're talking about a fixed rate, this is an interest rate that doesn't change, so it does not change for the duration of the term. Okay. When we talk about an amortization period, this is the length and I should say it's the total length of time it takes to pay off like the entire mortgage, okay, from start to finish. This is usually 25 years. That's the most common one. Okay, what is a mortgage term? So a mortgage term, what happens is every couple of years you have to go into the bank and renegotiate your mortgage rate, okay, because there will be market fluctuations and the banks can't borrow money at the exact same rate. A mortgage term is the period of time that each rate lasts for. So this is usually like from 1 to 7 years. It can be shorter, it can be like 6 months, and it can be greater, but the most common ones are like 4 and 5 years. So like a 4-year term, and then you go in and you renegotiate your mortgage rate. Okay, amortization table. I like these. This is just like a spreadsheet, lots of numbers, and it shows your payment. And then what it does is like it takes your payment and breaks it down into what's allotted toward the principal, and then what's allotted toward the interest. And then appreciation rate. So when we talk about appreciation, a lot of people know what depreciation is. So appreciation is actually just going up in value. Okay, so when a house goes up in value, this is, when we talk about rate, we talk about percentage, right? So rate, percentage, it's like a fraction. This is the percentage of the change in price. Okay, example 1, and I really like these examples because they're very hands-on. Okay, let's just read this amortization table for the mortgage. Okay, so consider the amortization for the first year on a mortgage that's $368,000. Okay, so calculate the monthly payment. So every month is going to be the exact same payment being made. So all the way down, like the payment in the first month should be the same as the payment in the second month, and the third month, and so on. So all we have to do is just take any month. So let's just take month 1, keep it simple. $554.20, which is the principal paid, and $1,754.55, which is the interest paid. And when we add them, we will get $2308.75. I'm just going to double check that. And you may be sitting there thinking, wow, that's a lot of money going toward interest, but that's actually the reality of borrowing almost $400,000. Okay, calculate the total amount paid in the first year. So if a monthly payment is $2308.75 and you're paying 12 payments of that, over the entire first year, you're paying $27,000, $27,705. Okay, so now let's describe the trend in the principal paid column. So if we take a look at the principal paid, let's go blue. Okay, 554, 556, 559, and then it keeps going to 583. So let's compare that first number and the last number. Okay, as time goes on, and like the more you pay down on your original mortgage, you're actually going to be paying more and more toward the principal. Okay, so as time goes on, more and more money, dollar sign, is paid on the principal. The principal, oh, it's AL. All right, describe the trend in the interest paid column. So 1754, and then it goes all the way down to 1724. Okay, so as time goes on, less is paid. in interest. Okay, I'm going to box that because I'm going to put this still. How much debt is owed on the house at the end of the first or at the end of the year? So the original mortgage is $368, and if you add up this column here, so let's add up the totals. If you take your time, I get 68, 27, 53, and then I get 20877, 47. So if you add these two up, they should add up to 27,705. But let's go back down to here. How much debt do you still have? So the original debt is 368, and if you pay off $6,827, you're still going to owe 361, 172.47. Okay, so in the first couple years of a mortgage, you're not actually paying a lot of principal down, and then as the years go on, you're paying more and more principal and less interest. Mortgage. Adam is a first-time home buyer. He wants to purchase a house, and the house is on sale for $400,000, but he has to put a 5% down payment on the house. So most down payments on first homes is 5%, and then as you gain equity and you make more money and you save more money, if you move, you're going to put more and more down than just 5% on the house. Okay, so it's very common. And the rest of the balance he's going to mortgage, so he's going to put into a loan. Okay, calculate the down payment that he's required to put on the house. So if we have a $400,000 house and he's required to put 5% down, 5% as a decimal, 0.05, that gives us $20,000. Okay, so he actually has to pay 20 grand on the original amount. So what's going to happen is, instead of owing 400,000, he's going to pay 20 grand, and he's going to owe 380. So this is the actual loan amount. Okay, calculate Adam's mortgage payment if he makes monthly payments at an interest rate of 3% compounded monthly. So what I did is I just pulled up a mortgage calculator. So we'll put in the mortgage amount as $380,000, the amortization. Let's just put amortization of 25 years. That's like very, very normal. And then the term doesn't actually even matter, so let's just put 5-year term. And we put 3% there, right? So we want to know the monthly payment. So his monthly payment is going to be $1798.33. And that's just using an online calculator. In the next lesson, we'll go more into that. Okay, $1798.33. And we'll just put in brackets online calc later. Okay, so how much does Adam pay in 5 years? So if he's paying $1798.33 in 5 years, he's paying actually like 60 monthly payments. So he's paying 107, 899.8. Okay, so in 5 years he's paying $107,000. And then how much of this is principal? So we can go back to that online calculator. And this is kind of like an amortization table here. This one's annually though. So principal balance for normal payments. So this is if you're starting at $380,000. Principal balance for normal payments in a year. So after 1 year, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th year. $324,804. So the balance, if he'll have a balance of 324,804, what's going to happen here is, if you think about it, 324,804 minus his original amount, which is 380. This should be backwards. That's okay. Okay, so 380 minus 324,804. What we're going to get, 324,804. We get 55,196. This is going to be the principal amount. Okay, so if you're looking for how much is spent in interest, well, the full amount spent, 107,899.80, subtract the principal amount, which is 55,196, and this is going to be the interest. And I get 52,703.80. Okay, so in 5 years, you're going to spend 52,703 on interest and 55,000 on principal. So it's almost like half and half.